So I will move fast on this one. Adding components, view components. I can add a lot of other things as we talked about before. I don't have to talk about it more, but just a small look at the text. So the text allows me to color whatever I want. It allows me to use placeholders and so on. An image also allows me to use placeholder. It's very important. So I can use the placeholder in an image as well. So whenever I change something, something else is being changed. Okay. Okay, using chart components, as we saw, gives me the ability to use many different chart options. So I'll be able to actually change, fix, whatever. And this is the option to. This option is open to every end user. Now we can also change the rows in the grid. We can also change the columns in the grid. We can nest different hierarchies or members, dimensions inside the grid. So everything is possible here, and this is only the basic of our application. So an HTML component is an HTML component. As you can see, you can do whatever you need to do when writing in HTML, and some other features that we have here inside is connecting to YouTube and add a downloaded file. That's cool. Browser controller, as we saw yesterday, enables us to insert a placeholder inside a question of Twitter, thing, Wikipedia, whatever, and or a CRM ERP system inside our system, and then use it when moving between sliders inside the system. Okay, and the last thing, connecting to the reporting services report. Here I write the server path, SharePoint site report, and then the report snapshot. I didn't mention it before, but Nextor has a full capability of working inside SharePoint. It's very important for many companies. Now, what we can do is work inside SharePoint using Webpack. We actually give the opportunity for the user to check if he would like to see the whole software, the whole Nextor, or maybe just one folder or several workboards, and so on. So there are many opportunities here. And we also have a component mode function in the Nextor that I will explain about later on. This component mode allows me to take an ID of a workboard or of a folder that contains several workboards, or of a view that is inside a workboard maybe, or maybe the whole application, and put it on another site, on another place. So if you have another application that you would like Nextor to be there for analysts to use, you can also do that. And you can also use that without the social capabilities of Nextor if you don't want, or whatever. So this is what we have here from the Birdeye. Navigation components we saw yesterday. I would like to talk about it furthermore today, but we will do it later on. You know what? Let's just speak a bit on these slides, because these slides are important. Okay, so these slides are actually saying what we have here. So we are having dimension members. I can select one of my dimension members or a couple of them, and then I say, okay, the current member, the default member will be daily, for example, if these are a product. I would like to select all of these members. I can select several members or all of the members. And then I also say that I would like to visualize option buttons to define mask buttons maybe, and to slide it on one view or all views or several views it is possible. And I can also say that I would like to add apply button to a component. So these are dimension members, and when selecting, for example, three drop down, this is what I'll get. I'll get a three drop down, and when I'll click on the arrow, I'll get these members. Now, what is a numeric range? Numeric range is usually we use a slider for this parameter, and it can affect us as we make calculations, for example, like what-if analysis. So doing a what-if analysis is very simple. You just select a numeric range, and then you use this numeric range as a placeholder in one of your functions inside the grid. So you actually do everything from this UI inside the grid. Okay, let's look at the pick list. So we can define here a pick list that is not being defined in the OLAP cube, and we can use this pick list again as a placeholder afterwards. Whenever we want it, we can use it in all of the components that I've mentioned before. A free text is a free text. Again, we can use it afterwards. And auto-calculated is you can enter an MD freely to a function, to a parameter, and use it as a navigation component. Okay, last thing I want to share with you right now is the click to edit properties. Let's see it over there. Here on the pane, okay. So here on the pane, I'll be able to see the sales results for Q3. I'll be able to see what are the slices of it, and I will also be able to use discussion and the scrapbook. Now, please notice that if I will click design mode, another option will arise. And if I click it, I'll be able to use a lot of other functions that are relevant for each of these components. So, and also, of course, these components appear on the right if you see them, and they allow me to use the whole capabilities of Nextr. So, for instance, I can see that these are the options of text. And if I would like to see other options, I can see that I have an option for whole workboard, or for the filters, or for the whole application. So I have a lot of options here. But what you need to know is that every option here starts with inherit properties from skin. There is a predefined skin in whole Nextr, and this predefined skin is being used by the whole application. So everything I would like to control, first of all, I have to disable inherit properties from skin. So I will click no. And afterwards, when I click no, I can change all of my skins for this application. Now, what you have to know is that the pop-up I got a second ago said that in order for it to be affected, you have to close the application and then to reopen it. Okay, so this is very important step, and this is only about an application changing. If I would like to change a view component, first of all, click on Inherit Properties from Workboard No, and then you can change whatever you like without the need to go and to change and to close and rerun the application. So actually, this will affect this view only and not the other one, and not the whole workboard or application. Now, another thing I would like to state is that we have here some more options. One is the save option. which enables us to save into different states. The other is the option to see the grid or chart in different ways. And the other option is to edit it, as I said, delete it, or to maximize it. Now, what is maximize? What does it give us? What are the benefits of maximizing a component? So first of all, if a user has lots of components in his screen and you would like to concentrate in one of them, he can click on the maximize button and then see this component maximized. He can then see it in a nicer way, and he controls the chart in a better way. Okay, so this is the first thing. Second thing is that, and more important, is that whenever I maximize a component, I actually give some more abilities to change the component itself inside. So for instance, if now I can change properties of the component itself, so it actually changes the view itself. Okay, the whole view. We are looking at the whole view. If I would like to look only on the chart, for example, I won't be able to. So looking only at the chart, I need to click on Maximize, and then I'll go to Options, same Options window. I'll go to Options and click that I would like now to change properties of a chart or to change properties of a grid. Okay, or of a KPI that I've predefined here ahead of time. I can also use it to define some exceptions, which are actually business rules, or functions, new functions here on the grid. Now, new functions can also be defined when I'm in the minimized position. Let's put this in the hide area because I don't want to see it here. If I'm in the minimized position, I can click here and use some predefined formulas. Let's click on two columns, and I'll be able to use these predefined formulas. But if I would like to define a new formula, I just need to go to the maximized position and then click here and say, okay, I would like to have a new formula, except the predefined one, and then I'll be able to use it to change its name, its format, which type is it. I can use a lot of formulas that are FreeMDX formulas using all of the MDX functions we all know. So that's it for now. We finished usually I train a whole day of training on these subjects. So we actually finished a half day until now, and after our 10-minute break, we'll continue to do the basic analytics, and I'll show you all the analytics stuff today, and you'll also exercise lots of them.